Episode 6. Adventures in Japan. Passepartout arrived in Yokohama on the Carnatic on 13th November with no money and with only the clothes that he was wearing. He walked round the city streets for hours and felt hungrier than ever before. The next morning he decided that he needed some money. Then Passepartout saw a clown who was wearing funny clothes and dancing in the street. He followed the clown to a theatre that was painted with bright pictures of clowns and acrobats. It was a sort of circus. He went inside and found the master of the group. "I used to be an acrobat in France, and I would like to work in your circus," said Passepartout. "Are you strong?" asked the circus master. He was not as strong as he used to be, but the Frenchman still answered proudly, "Yes, I am stronger than anyone I know." The master needed a new acrobat for his circus that same afternoon, and he gave Passepartout some colourful old-fashioned clothes to wear. Later that afternoon, the circus started. Passepartout had to stand very still while other acrobats climbed up and stood on top of him. At that moment, Passepartout suddenly noticed Phileas Fogg and Aouda at the back of the theatre. He was so surprised and happy to see Fogg again that he moved, and the acrobats came falling down. The people in the circus were very angry with Passepartout. Mr. Fogg offered the circus master some money, and then Passepartout left the theatre with Mr. Fogg and Aouda. "But you were not on the Carnatic. How did you get to Japan?" Passepartout asked Mr. Fogg as they were leaving. "We arrived at the port in Hong Kong too late to catch the Carnatic. So Aouda, Mr. Fix and I all took a small boat to Shanghai," answered Fogg. "Shanghai, with Mr. Fix?" said Passepartout, amazed. "Yes, the ship to San Francisco starts there, and we caught it and arrived here this morning. It doesn't leave for America until this evening, so I decided to look for you," said Phileas Fogg. It was now 6:30, and all three of them went as quickly as they could to the port. They got on the American ship only minutes before it left to sail across the Pacific Ocean. The General Grant was one of the fastest ships in the world, and it usually took no more than 21 days from Yokohama to America. On the 9th day of the journey, Mr. Fogg found himself exactly halfway around the world from London. On the same day, Passepartout saw Mr. Fix on the ship. He was still angry with Fix for making him miss the ship from Hong Kong. Passepartout immediately rushed over and attacked the detective. Mr. Fix got up slowly and said, "Have you finished?" "For the moment, yes," replied Passepartout. "Then I would like to talk to you," said Mr. Fix coldly. "The arrest papers arrived in Yokohama, and I now have them. But I cannot arrest your master now, because we are no longer in a British colony. I have decided to wait and follow him back to England. I am telling you this because we now both want the same thing. We both want Mr. Fogg to get back to England as fast as possible. Will you keep my secret?" He finished. Passepartout thought for a moment and then agreed not to tell Mr. Fogg about their conversation. 11 days later, the General Grant arrived safely in San Francisco on 3rd December. Phileas Fogg was exactly on time.